Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, this is Proxify here, back again for another Prox Guide of Ori and the Willow and the Wisps. If you didn't miss out during the last one, well, we got ourselves now with a golden wisp in the ruins portion part of the game, and not only that, but we did also have to escape from a giant sandworm within the ruins as well. But now since we do actually have with this actual said golden wisp here, we are going to have to open up with the final area known as Willow's End. Now before we can even reach off into Willow's End, there is going to be another portion area known as Weeping Ridge, and Weeping Ridge actually does have a special ability for us to go and pick up, and that is going to be known as the launch ability. And this type of launch ability is going to be assigned to any of our different type of inventory parts for our different button controls, so it's going to be pretty nice to go and have. Basically the launch function is like almost in a way of like how the bashing function works, where you can just go and just use like the L type of button, and you can kind of just bash your way through like other different like parts of like other set enemies and whatnot, or even like with the different beams. But however, for what we actually do have with Ori and this launch button is that you can just go and do it at any given point in time, and you don't even have to even worry about having any type of enemies or anything around with you all that too much. So it's pretty handy, if I have to say so myself. But within these two videos for today, not only are we doing with Ori, but we are also going to be jumping in with Rayman Legends as well. So if you guys do go and check it on that. Currently right now in Rayman Legends, we are going to be jumping into another said Living Dead Party mission. And this is one I want to say is going to be all about with the Glue. I think this was for a part of the Sea and Serendipity orchestral type of like music level from before. But now we're going to have to do that one in a more 8-bit type of way. And that one, for what I have played so far, is not really all that too entirely bad. It's not like the other two that we had to go through, where there was like one that was like more like pixelation in the other one, and the other one was like all like type of static problems as well. So we don't even have to go worry about with those. But it should be a nice, good, simple type of one to go through in those said levels there. So while you are heading throughout here in Weeping Ridge, you are going to have to be running into a set type of elevator that is going to happen, and you are going to have to battle out with different set enemies and whatnot, and those guys can be a little bit annoying. You guys may probably remember those type of enemies where they kind of have like those big gigantic hammers or shields and whatnot. Those guys are a little bit annoying. But heading down around within this type of way, you can actually go and see that there is some of these type of blue type of like, I guess, little tunnel access areas for right now. Unfortunately, we can't really go and do with anything about it at this moment, but once we go and head all the way down below here and find ourselves with a tree, this is where we can actually go and use the launch ability, and now we can go through any of those type of little blue tunnels right there that have a little bit of some access spots to them. And there's going to be a lot of like little interesting little goodies to go and find, because I know that we'll be able to hopefully get ourselves with a Grolic ore and also run into some other different like currency orb things. So we are going to have to go and assign this launch ability and turn us into a legitimate actual projectile, which the game actually does specify on that. And watch out for the new enemies as well, because there are some enemies that are out here that will like to go and explode in this type of balloon form. I know that we've kind of seen those enemies somewhat before in a different type of like design, but yeah, these guys are a little bit more newer in a way. So now we're just gonna have to kind of at least make sure that we get back into our backtracking ways over here. But there's also some other little secrets, so let's go and pick some of those up as well while we're here. There we go, just like that. We got that one now. And after a little bit of some time, you should be able to head through here, find another one of these type of little blue access spots, and find yourself with a Grolic ore. And can't forget about heading through this one, though, because this is our exit portion part of our time. And now, what's going to happen here is that since we now do have the launch ability, we can actually go and head up on top of this part of the elevator shaft and start climbing up a little bit more. Now we just have to watch out for all these different like type of beams and other things that are going to be showing up, and just keep on reaching all the way up to the top until you see that there should be an opening where we can actually somewhat continue onwards with our journey from here. Yeah, this part's going to be a little bit annoying, just because of the simple fact that these beams just do not stop at all. They have like a continuous type of part to them right over here. So keep on lining up here as perfectly as you can. There we go, made it right around, and I think we have finally made it out, so good enough for that. And I think we found our opening of the next entrance, so let the golden wisp take care of everything here and open up with Willow's End. And there we are, the area is finally here. Man, it has been such a long time. But we can finally say that Willow End is now in our grasp. This is the last portion part of the game. And pretty soon, once we are all said and done with this Let's Play, we are going to have to be jumping back to some other different Let's Plays that I need to go and do within some other different projects here. But here we are, Willow's End. So just like what we've seen from before when we were in Weeping Ridge, those type of little blue access tunnel spots are back once again, and we are going to have to use those to our advantage. And let's go and at least somewhat continue through our way for right now, heal ourselves up a little bit, just so that we don't have to get ourselves completely destroyed out here. But yes, those enemies that also like to explode are also in this part as well. Now there's a lot of different like type of bubbly type of things that are around there. I don't know if we're gonna probably have to use our bashing function for that, but we'll have to see. But for right now, let's just go ahead through this area first. And this area will actually take us into a save spot, and also, I think, to Lupo as well. But we'll have to meet up with Lupo for the next video, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to be able to do it out here for today, since I just want to just make sure that we at least get ourselves to the save point that I do want. But either way, we're going to end it off here for today with an Ori. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys for Rayman Legends. And of course, peace.